We're asked to find where the slope of the curve is defined. So we need to find dy dx, or y prime in other words. So I'm going to take a derivative with respect to x of both sides of this equation. So this first term, I need the product rule because I have two functions being multiplied to one another. So it's the derivative of the first function times the second function kept the same. The product rule says it's plus the first function times the derivative of the second function. So the 2 comes down, multiplies, and then the derivative of the innermost function is y prime. We don't know what y is when we don't know what y is as a function of x, and when we take the derivative of y with respect to x, we don't know what that is either, but we can symbolize it with y prime. So remember, the chain rule happens here. That's the implicit differentiation stuff. Okay, and then we're supposed to subtract that by something else that'll also need the product rule. So since I know two terms are coming out of the product rule, I'm going to put this in parentheses. It's the derivative of the first term times the second term kept the same, plus the first term times the derivative of the second term. And then we need to take a derivative of 2, that just makes 0. Okay, so we got y squared plus 2xy y prime minus 2xy minus x squared y prime, that equals 0. Okay, so we're supposed to find where the slope of the curve is defined, which means we'd like to know an equation for the slopes, for the equation for the derivative. So let's try to get y prime by itself. My first step will be to get rid of all the terms that don't involve y prime. So I'm going to subtract y squared from both sides. And while I'm at it, I'm going to add 2xy from both sides. So I'm left over on the left side with 2xy y prime minus x squared y prime equals, I'll put the positive term first, 2xy minus y squared. And I'm still trying to get y prime by itself. So let's factor out a y prime from both of these terms because they both have one y prime. And then finish getting y prime by itself, I can divide 2xy minus x squared from both sides. So I've got y prime finally by itself. It's 2xy minus y squared over 2xy minus x squared. Now, where is this equation defined? The first thing we want to avoid is a divide by 0 error. So let me factor the bottom in terms of x. So factor out an x. And then there's two things that can make the bottom equal 0. X could be 0, and that would make it have a divide by 0. So I'm going to say that this is not defined at x equals 0. And it's also not defined when y equals, let's see, I don't want this term to be 0, right? So I'm solving this equation for y. I don't want 2y minus x to equal 0. So that would happen if y equals x over 2. I added x to both sides. I divide both sides by 2. So we don't want y to equal x over 2. If both of those conditions are true, then this thing is defined. So find where the slope of the curve is defined. The slope is defined everywhere where x is not 0 and where y does not equal x over 2.